How's everybody doing? It is time for another Christmas DIY video. Today I'm going to make a joy sign and I'm going to light it up. Every year we look at Christmas lights, we drive around neighborhoods and stuff, and I recently saw a big joy sign in somebody's yard that was store-bought, and it was LED lights, red, blue, green, I believe it was. That's how I'm going to do it. But I'm sure that sign cost probably well over $100. Like at Home Depot and stuff, all those, cool LED light up things are pretty expensive. So everything in my front yard I've made out of pallets and chicken wire and all that stuff. And I've made some videos, and I will link those videos in the description of this video. So if you want some other ideas, some Christmas balls that you hang from trees, pallet Christmas trees, and I made some other Christmas trees out of chicken wire. And I made some giant gifts with LED lights that look really, really cool in the front yard. So today I'm going to make this joy sign. And I started making this sign and I'm like, crap, I need to stop and video for everybody else to learn. So basically what I'm using is 1/2-inch plywood, scrap plywood that I found. And the smallest piece I had was 23 inches. So these are 23 inches. You can do whatever size you want. I'm just giving you the basic idea of how I did it. So to start off, I traced out the J, and of course that takes time. I did it with pencil to how I liked it. It's not perfect. My O is not perfect, but I think it's going to look cool in the yard when it's all lit up. So I'm going to do step by step and show you how I make it real quick. So before I get too far, I'm using these LED lights, and it's a strand of 50. So I've got to fit 50 in here. My wife had bought hundreds, and I'm like, that's way too much. These aren't that big. I can't fit 100 in there. So basically what I'm doing is I took the J, and it takes a little time. You got to, kind of play with it and get your pencil out and make markings, then erase it if you need to. I have 50 markings made that I'm going to light this up with. And you also got to keep in mind the distance between the lights. So you can't go, you can go close, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. I haven't figured it out yet, but the hard part is finding the drill bit size, for those to wedge those lights in. Because what I'm going to do is push the light through the letter. These are just pilot holes that I started. I got to make bigger holes to fit those. So I'm using a smaller drill bit so I don't break the wood up too much. And then I'll go with the larger. I believe it's a 3/8. No, it's a 1/2 inch. I have to make a 1/2 inch hole for those lights. But depending on the lights you use, it might be a different size. Okay, so since nobody likes to watch a long video on YouTube, including me, I'm just going to show you this letter instead of showing you step by step every single letter, because it's the same thing. I got 50 holes now. Again, when you mark it out, just do it the best you can and try to, I kind of split the J into 2, and I said, okay, I need 25 here, 25 there, is how I did it. So now I'm going to show you, I'm going to paint it. Sand it. Well, I just sanded it a little bit. I'm going to paint it and then start to push the lights through the back and staple the wire to the back. Okay, so I have the J done. I got all the holes drilled. I got it painted both sides, for weather. So now let's start putting lights in. Really, really cool. Check this out. Basically, I just drilled the holes big enough to poke the lights right through. Now the back looks terrible, but you do what you got to do to tack it on there. The problem with this, I wish I could have used the smaller lights. These are a little bit bigger. Let me give you an example. This kind of light here. This light. I wish I could have used those because the distance between the light is shorter on those kind of lights. So I had, I think 3 inches to deal with. So I just had to, just do it the best you can. The cord's on the bottom, so now I've got to figure out how I'm going to stake it to the ground, so we'll do that next. Okay, I got 2 of them done. Got the J and the O. Looking pretty cool. Now I just got to do the Y. I just painted it. I'm going to let it dry, and I'll put the lights on. And we're back. Okay, I got the Y done, so I cannot wait till it gets dark to plug it all in. And I want to show you real quick how I plan on putting it in the ground. You see that? I'm going to stake that piece of wrought iron in the ground. It'll go right through that. I got it on that side of the O and that side. And like on the Y, just put it right there in the middle. So we'll wait till it gets dark and see how it came out. Don't mind all the barking from the neighbors. That is the finished product. That looks awesome. I just walked out here for the first time after getting it going, or after turning the lights on. That came out so good, and it looks so much better to the human eye than it does through my camera here. Look at that. So now I drove it, you can't see it, but I put those stakes like I showed you in the ground, and then they slid right in there. I'm so happy with this. Anybody can do this, real basic. If you have any questions, you can definitely ask me in the comments. And again, here's the presents I was telling you I made. I'll link that in the description. And those balls hanging from the trees here, those will be in the description also. So that's it. There's my house. I love Christmas. Hope y'all enjoyed the video.